It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next, we'll see the dual threat, Christian McCaffrey. He was stellar a week ago, piling up the yards and finding pay dirt twice. It's the 49ers and the Bears on EA Sports.
Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
There are the numbers for Samuel from that game last week. 10 catches, 101 yards, and a score.
Look, I know everybody wants to be number one in everything they do, but he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Purdy. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Jadeveon Clowney from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing here, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up, and they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards, and the Bears take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
Now a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when they're able to do that, they don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. This is McCaffrey on the give. And not much room to speak of. They'll get about 3 up to the 41. You look at this Bears defense. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Moore, the motion man. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now thrown on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this?
The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Fields going to keep it once more. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On the option right is Fields. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Here's Thomas on the return. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 31-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Purdy. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
19 Tiger.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. And he is going to have the 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. Purdy now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they have a 1st down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now. Purdy sets up to throw again. And that is incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Purdy bootlegging it. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They'll look to throw, and that's caught at the 2. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A final shot before the break. Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get started out in Denver. And it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the second quarter. The Cards are trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head east to check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Jordan Love with a couple of touchdown tosses. We saw a fine performance in the first half from the former Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far. Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out for the second half. Time for us to go back to Levi's Stadium as we'll hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big body guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped him.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Purdy from the gun. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He may go. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to get going again. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. Chalk that up as their 1st sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get
under pressure, they got him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Or found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold. And let's face it, in today's ball, You might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And even 100 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From just shy of midfield, here's second down at 7. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
The 40-yard line.
They go play action here. Purdy sliding out of the pocket. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And this one's not close, not even close. Short and to the right, it's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Boy, 4th and 2, this crowd was urging them to go for it, certainly. Instead, they settle for the field goal try, and then they come up with nothing.
Brandon, yeah, football coach won't let the crowd dictate how he calls a football game. He stuck to his guns. But after the miss, now there's 70,000 coaches in the stands thinking they were right.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Fields. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Rolling to his right. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And they will take over 1st and 10. Dillon now off the option.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
And the Bears first down.
Fields now to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Dillon now off the option. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. And get
oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49. There he goes, right side.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Fields on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on first and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now it's Fields. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A big chunk of real estate covered on the scramble, but it will be third and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. His second rushing touchdown of the year and third overall. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Extra point try now for Patterson. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A second down throw for Purdy. It returns it right back to Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw, Purdy. Flushed out right. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now. Here's Purdy to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
This is Samuel. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And room there to work it inside the 25. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Ball resting on the 20. This is 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it all comes down to the right foot of Jake Moody. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it's good. He got it. He missed his long attempt earlier, but he connects when it matters most. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other, and they were both